Hello everybody! In Standard today we are going to be playing a deck that has performed extremely well in Standards past. We are going to be playing Esper Enchantments revolving around Zur, Eternal Schemer. This list that I have created is focused on controlling the game by removing opponents' creatures, making them enchantments, and letting Zur do their thing. So, let's check this deck out and see how it performs, and make sure to stick around at the end of the games where we talk about what's in the deck and how it has performed. Alright, let's go ahead and start us off. Going first, let's throw that down, and we hope that we draw into some land here and get the Spirited Companion down. Let's get that going. There is a land for us. We can get that Spirited Companion and we can get working right on time. Hopefully the opponent plays something and we can get Borrowed Time going. There's another land. Looking good, looking good, looking good. I do like seeing it. Skrells. Can I take that with Borrowed Time? Yeah, no land. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and we're just gonna throw down some attack, and then we'll throw down the Borrowed Time after. So Borrowed Time, we'll take that Skrelv. Yeah, thank you. Do love having a Skrelv. Take that Hive away from them. Then we can throw down the Hallowed Haunting on this next turn, and we're just killing the game. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Enchantments always seems to be doing really good at times, so we're trying a little bit different. Not going after green invasion. All right. When new invasion enters the battlefield, you make sacrifice. Okay. Yeah. And yes, we've got all of it. So let's get Hallowed Haunting down. See what they end up doing. Because they got something. I think we still attack with the Spirited Companion. I'm not really worried about anything like that. We can get Painful Quandary down on this next turn. Opponent seems to be roping a little bit. Yep, there's the Hallowed Haunting. Let's give us a little attack. And then Painful Quandary will come down this next turn, and we'll be doing great. We'll have 4 enchantments down. I guess depending on what they end up playing. Yeah, I think we're good. Or another Hallowed Haunting does seem very tempting. It does seem very tempting. It's a Phyrexian. No, just... Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So that would be a 3/3. Alright. Really tempted to just... I think that Hallowed Haunting is the better play. I think that Hallowed Haunting is the better play to go with that. I'm not going to attack. I'll wait, and we'll block if they go in with the Incubator token. Let's see. Whenever one or more other creatures you control die, each opponent loses 2. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I will let you do that, and then we could either go Borrowed Time or the Painful Quandary. I think I want to go Painful Quandary. We'll just get that going. Yeah, that looks good. Throw that down, and we won't attack, and we will just wait. Now they have to pay 5 life unless they discard a card. They've got enough cards in their hand that they could really make something going with that. It's nice that we have all of our Hallowed Hauntings on the field. I do enjoy that. We also have that Borrowed Time ready to go. The wonder is taking this. Yeah, no, okay. So we could take Vron, or we could take the Incubator token. Are they gonna pay 5 life? Yeah, okay. Discard the card, yeah. Okay. What does this turn into? Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 on that card. I think I'll let it go. I'm fine letting it go. Borrowed Time's gonna take something in here. They take the 5, okay. And a Negate. So I think we go Borrowed Time here. And I think that the better option I think we'll just take that. We'll take that. And we go all in. They block, so that's 10. Yeah, we're good there. Let's block with all 5. They've got a block. Oh, no, they don't. And we win. We were 1 away from having a Hallowed Haunting. We had the Negate ready. That's great stuff for us. Didn't even see a Zer. Alright, well, we're going first. I'm going to keep it. We don't have any of the... I don't have any blue, but we do have 3 lands. We've got things to play onto turn 3. Alright, that works great. Let's get the tower down. And then we can get moving. Spirited Companion would have been nice last turn, but we will live. Let's go with Eiganjo. Let's grab our planes. Boom, bam, got it. Moving on to the next turn, and then we'll probably drop the Spirited Companion. Unless they get rid of the Eiganjo. Honestly, that is not even like something that I really cared about. So let's just get the spars down. And let's cast the Spirited Companion. Because we're not playing down the Katilda yet. So we can go Elspeth on this next turn, but they've got that going for them. So they look like they're holding up counter options. So maybe a Katilda, which means I want to play that down, and we'll go Katilda. See what they end up doing. So we can always go Michiko's next. Yeah, let's go Michiko's. Throw it on the Spirited Companion. Yes. I'm gonna get rid of the Spirited Companion. No, Void Rend on the Katilda. Alright. And now the Spirited Companion. Yes, there you go. Good job, opponent. You did it. You did it. Borrowed Time is not doing much for us right now. Well, I think that we gotta cast the Elspeth. Let's see what they end up doing. We'll -3 on this one. Yeah, -3. And let's get the Katilda out there with our nice little shield counter. Yeah, destroy. Cool. Memory Deluge. Alright. Get your mana. Not mana. Get whatever you want. Yeah. Good for you. We still got work to do. We still got stuff. Farewell. I don't know. That just seems like a really interesting choice. And yeah, I guess we'll pass on. It just seems like a really interesting choice because we weren't really doing a whole lot. I guess they got rid of our Katildas, but you know. This is really hardcore Esper control list. And really curious about what's going on here. An Invasion. Let's go Invasion first. Let's look at their hand. Interesting choice. Yeah, we'll make that one more expensive, and we will now Elspeth and go get something for the top. We've got a Zur. I don't have anything to use with the Zur. So we've got Spirited Companion. I think we might go Spirited Companion. There's a Takenuma. Takenuma's probably not going to be a whole lot of good for us. Yeah, Void Rend is, I don't know. It's what it is. We'll go after the Invasion. Hit that there. Island down. And move on to the next turn. We'll see. Still waiting for the opponent to just do anything. They haven't done anything all game. Wandering Emperor. Alright. What do you choose to do with that? Sure. Still not drawn into what we need. Yeah. Still haven't drawn into much. Haven't drawn into much. Memory Deluge is not fun because they keep refilling their hand more than we do. We've got a lot of options. We do have a lot of options. We're just not drawing into them. I guess we could Takenuma. And grab the Elspeth. Yeah, so Elspeth. Let's hunt. And I guess we go Zur. Go get the Gobakhan, the Invasion. Boom, grabbed it. And yeah, end our turn. It is an exile, so Wandering Emperor is going to come down no matter what anyways, so just trying to think if I want to go take the Leyline Binding, but that has flash, so I could just do it whenever. Oh, another Leyline Binding. Alright. And yeah, we'll pass. I probably should do Leyline Binding on the Wandering Emperor. It's kind of a miss. Yeah, that's a really big miss. Yeah, that takes that out, and then we'll just Leyline Bind. That one. We get to keep our Elspeth for what, at least one more turn, I would think. And I kind of want to let the... Yeah, go for it. Probably should have waited on the Leyline. Honestly, really probably should have waited, but we cast it, so we'll have to just live with that. Well, -3 on the Elspeth. And Gobakhan. I guess we just throw that down. And let's just start it. Let's get the Michiko out. Let's just start that. Oh, so they do plus. All right. I was curious to see if they were gonna do with the 2/2 and just let the Wandering Emperor leave, but they ended up doing that. Zur. All right. I'm sure they've got something to stop this. There's no way they let this go. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, there's no way. There's no way they let the Zur go. They had to have something in their hand. Yeah, there's your 2/2. Oh, another Ascendancy. Well, that's great. Well. Oh, shoot. I thought we were going to be able to attack. We couldn't attack. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping we were going to be able to attack. Wandering Emperor's going to plus on this guy. I'm going to block it if they attack. Okay. So that means they've got another Wandering Emperor. There's no way they just let that go without having another one. Oh, they're just going to Sunfall. Okay. Man. Okay. Now we're going to hit the hard part of our deck. Going to hit the hard part of our deck where we're not going to be able to... Yep, there's the Wandering Emperor. It was pretty obvious. Huh. Well, that's not as fun. Oh, I think this is it for us on that one. Okay, Spirited Companion. Alright, we get something. Restoration. We get the Restoration. Take our land. They get the cut down. Alright, so attack. Go in. Yeah, they block. We'll take that, and I'm gonna leave that alone. I could see a board wipe come in. No board wipe. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we won that game. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we won that game. That's crazy. That is crazy. I think the opponent might have just run out of... Yeah, Sunfall, that's 1, 2... And the Farewell, Wandering Emperors... 2 Wandering Emperors. Done with that. Let's look at their exile. Oh my goodness, there's 2. There's 2. Wait, is that 3? That's 3. Oh my goodness. Void Wrens. Oh my gosh. I think they ran out of... Yeah, they ran out of stuff. They had to have run out of stuff. They were down to 21. Man, Zur coming in big there. We were down to 2 life. Down to 2 life. and we were able to come back. Zur giving our enchantments lifelink and hexproof is massive. That was massive for us. Oh man. They wiped our board with one of the Zurs that we got, where we gained from 2. We went up to 14. Then we got another Zur. Wow. Can't believe we won that one. That's crazy. Alright, well, we're going first, and it's probably not a great keep, but we do have our invasions ready to go if we really run into a problem. Having 2 lands, oh my gosh. Yeah, so grab the invasion. What are we making more expensive? Oh, okay. So we're playing against soldier deck. Soldiers. Which one do I want to make you pay more? Yeah. I'm gonna make you pay more for that. Alright, so there's our 3rd land. So we could go Katilda. So here's the deal. We could go Katilda. Same time, don't really want to. Not at this moment. I think I'll just go invasion again. And they're gonna play that next. So that one. Make you more expensive. You can play the Denic. I don't care. I don't care if you play the Denic. Maybe I should care. But not right now in this moment. Okay, so they could get rid of the Hallowed Haunting. They do have that Destroy Evil, but that does take up a turn of theirs. I wouldn't be too... Hallowed Haunting being out on the field is really nice. It would be really nice. Yeah, there's your Destroy Evil. So now you've got to make the decision. Are you going to play the Recruitment Officer? They are not. Alright. Okay, so here's what we got. They might go Katilda. And then we'll go one more invasion. Let's go one more invasion, and then we'll play the Michiko on the next turn, and then we'll go get one of our Gobakhans. Let's make the Recruitment Officer more expensive. So they could go get the Recruitment Officer, or they could be more mana efficient and go grab something else. I would imagine that they probably want to go get a flyer. But it's about, do they want to keep their counter spell open? That's really the one. They don't, but they do that one. Hallowed Haunting. So if we play the Michiko down, that'll be 1. So let's do Hallowed Haunting. And we'll pass. None of these are going to be vampires. None of these are going to be vampires. Recruitment officer. Okay. Yeah, Dennick's coming in. Alright, that works great. That does work very nicely. Okay, so they're probably going to counter this, and I assume we still get the Hallowed Haunting. So the Katilda should still work. We should still be a 3/3 Katilda. Yeah. But we should still be a 3/3 Katilda. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that we do. I do like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. And then we can sacrifice it if we really need to. Haha, there's the win. There's the win. Give us a win. All we needed to see was a Zur. All we needed to see was a Zur. They have no way, it appears, to handle this Katilda. We're going to continue to go get our Gobakhans. Slowly ping them down. We're going to gain a ton of life. We have ways to protect our Katilda too. So all we need is a Zur, and we really just absolutely dominate. Love it. All right, welcome back after those games that we had in this one. I really like playing with enchantments, and Zur really makes things really interesting. It's just a little bit funny because we do have 4 in our deck, but we just didn't seem to really draw a whole lot of Zur, and it's kind of frustrating. But and then the one game that we actually draw a lot of Zur, I was looking back at the game, and my recording software ended up cutting out like some of the most fun parts of that game. It was that second one where we came back to win, and it's really disappointing that the Zur was gone, but that we lost a lot of what Zur was doing. But just to recap what happened in that game is that we were down to 2 life with a bunch of enchantments down and bunch of mana. We had a bunch of enchantments down on the ground. Then we drew a Zur. We got the Zur onto the field after the opponent had played 3 Sunfalls, 2 Farewells, a whole bunch of Void Wrens, a whole bunch of cut downs, a whole bunch of just spot removal. And then we draw a Zur, and we just invest all of our mana into the Zur's ability for the turning the enchantments into creatures. So now they have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. And we were able to gain a bunch of life. And we were able to come back and win that game in just 3 turns. After being so close to death, we were able to come back and win that game. And that's awesome, and that's why I love Zur. And I'm really disappointed that the recording software ended up to bug out and missed out on those last bits of those games. But I do like this deck. I think that there might be some cards in here that could probably be taken out. It's a lot of mono white in this. So I think that we could really see some of the other really nice enchantments that you can grab from any blue or any black. We do have the Painful Quandary. I do like that whenever they cast spells, they either have to discard cards or they lose 5 life. First game, that worked out really well. So I do like this idea. I do like having Zur, and I like the idea. And I like the ability to take cards away, take away creatures from the opponent with our borrowed times and invasions and leyline bindings. I do enjoy that a lot. So let's talk about what's actually in the deck and why I made the decisions that I made. Obviously, Zur is in here because That's the whole main focus of the deck. We were playing with a bunch of enchant. I wanted to play with Zur because it's been proven to be pretty dang good, and it doesn't seem like a whole bunch of people are playing it right now. So I wanted to see how well we can actually do this in my own take of Zur. So obviously really love Zur, and having all the enchantments won us a bunch of games when we had Zur on the field. Zur can really just take over games when we have them. And that's what's really disappointing about a lot of the games, is that we didn't get to see Zur a lot, even though we've got 4 of them. But Zur's pretty dang good. Zur is a really, really good card. So in our 2 mana slot, we've got Invasion of Gobakhan. Like this card in here to slow down the other opponent. Plus, when we get it down to 3, which we can do when we take away its 3, we can flip it. Pretty easy to do, and it becomes an enchantment. And every time we attack with anything, it gives it a +1/+1. So that's really nice. Slows the opponent down. Plus, we can turn it into the enchantment pretty dang quickly. Use Zur, use it. We've got abilities to take this card to the next level. Michiko's Reign of Truth. Obviously, we're enchantments, so we're supposed to have a bunch of enchantments on the field. So Michiko could really, really change games big time with that +1/+1 ability for each enchantment that we have on the field. And then it'll flip, and every enchantment we have, it's +1/+1, and it can be really huge. Michiko is one of those that I feel like if you're running enchantments, it's just got to be in there. Spiriting Companion, same reason as Michiko. You just kind of have to have it in there. It's a draw card, plus it's an enchantment. It's a creature. You can use it to block if you need to. Plus, if you have Zur on the field, it has Death Touch. That's really nice. So you could have a draw card plus Death Touch. That's really nice. I've got some negates in here as a just in case we're running into a deck that has some cards, like the last deck that we ran up, the game 2 deck where we're playing against a control-y type deck. We can save a couple things with the negates. Always nice to have a couple counter spells if we need to. Borrow Time's in here because a lot of standard best of 1 has a lot of creatures. So taking away their creatures stops them from being able to kill us. Plus, we can make Borrow Time into a creature for us with Zur. So why not be able to take away something that the opponent can do and then make ours into a 3/3? And I like that. I like the idea of that. Restoration of Eiganjo in the deck. Grabbing a plains, we can get something out for free too. And then it flips over and we can create spirits, which work really well with Katilda. Katilda can get pretty dang big. It has flying. It's lifelink. That's really nice. Plus it has that disturb ability. Can become an enchantment. It's an aura, so Zur doesn't necessarily work with it, but it still has the ability to have flying and lifelink, and it gets the +X for the amount of spirits and enchantments we have. Really nice. So this is one of those cards you probably may have noticed when I was first introducing the deck at the intro. We had Obscura, what do you call them? Let me look this up real quick. We have some Obscura Ascendancies in there. This card didn't end up working out the way I wanted to. I read the card wrong when I first put it in. We don't have anything in the 1 mana slot, so the Obscura Ascendancy never would have worked for us. It would have just been a dead 3 mana spell that we'd have to just wait for Zur to be able to do anything with. So I added Wedding Announcements to replace it. Wedding Announcement, it's an enchantment, plus we can get the 1/1 human creatures, and it can buff our creatures too. So I like that ability. Zur, we already talked about that. Katilda, we talked about it. I like Hallowed Haunting as an enchantment when I play with enchantments. I wanted to get Hallowed Haunting out there. It creates spirit tokens, and when we have 7, we can have all of our creatures have flying and vigilance. So with Zur on the field, all of our enchantments will have flying, vigilance, death touch, lifelink, and hexproof. You basically got almost half of all of the modifications that you can have on a card if we can have 7 enchantments on the deck. In the battlefield. And that can be crazy strong. Crazy strong. It's 4 mana, so we're only having 2 of them. We want to make sure that we're really playing into these 2 mana and 3 manas more than we are looking to do Hallowed Haunting. It's one of those, like, it's really nice if we have Hallowed Haunting. I've got Elspeth Resplendent in here. It gives it some counters. We can have, with its +1 ability, we can really navigate around some problematic creature if we really need to. Plus to the -3 ability, being able to search for anything. Basically, our whole deck is 2 and 3 manas, so we can get something out on the battlefield pretty dang easy. And then a -7 ability, 5 3/3s. Why not? With flying, why not? And I've kind of talked about Painful Quandary a little bit. Really like the ability to be able to make the opponent second guess casting spells. They either have to lose 5 life or they discard a card. Plus it's 5 mana, so a 5/5 with Zer's ability, kind of like that. And then Leyline Binding, same thing as Borrowed Time, making sure that we can take away something that the opponent has. And then with Leyline Binding being 6 mana, and it can be cheaper based off of the basic land types that we have, which is why I have a Rafine's Tower in here to try. Oh, not Rafine's Tower, Aspara's Headquarters in here, just to add that little extra basic land in there, so we can really make Leyline Binding pretty dang cheap. So I like having Leyline Binding in the deck, and it becomes a 6/6 with Zer, which is in that game too. Wish you could have seen it, but Leyline Binding did come in there and did give us a lot of life back because it is a 6/6. So that's nice. That's the deck. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's a bit late for me, so I'm a bit tired, kind of stumbling over my words, but appreciate you sticking around all the way to the end on this video while I talked about this deck. Appreciate you, and until next time.
I went for the head.